Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Brian, and I'm on the phone with Jim Wynorski, infamous B-movie director, however you want to call it. How's it going, Jim?
Terrific.
Awesome. Got a list of questions to ask you, but first, just big fan of your work. I'm sure as many have said that already. But definitely, you've been an inspiration to a lot of people, and we're grateful for your films.
That means I'm going to die soon, so let's go. Let's get this done.
All right, so the first question is, was sci-fi more restrictive on what you could have in your movies when you were working with them?
Sci-fi had the oddest rules in the book, okay? I thought they were hilarious, okay? First of all, the monster had to show up in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Okay, no matter what, you had to see the monster in the first 5 minutes, and then here are some of the other rules. You couldn't have anybody from the Army or Navy or Armed Forces in your movie.
Really?
Okay. You could not shoot anything in a corridor. And you couldn't shoot anything at night.
Yeah, because the visual effects are harder to do at night.
No, apparently they had this barometer machine that told them that their ratings declined when you saw a scene at night, when you saw any Army people talking, or when anybody walked down a corridor. Okay. So the worst that you could possibly do is have two Army generals walking down a corridor at night. Okay, that would be their biggest no-no.
Yeah.
Okay, which was ridiculous. Okay. But I followed those rules to the letter. I think I have 14 Sci-Fi Channel movies premieres that I did over the course of the time they were making those things.
Yeah. I
enjoyed making them, and I followed their rules. I always brought the monster on in the first 5 minutes, and then they liked good-looking girls. They kept saying, bring more of those, and that was no problem for me. And they also said, here's a list of our no-nos. And I looked at it, I started laughing. I said, this is some of the strangest things. And it was, I'm sure, just based on one film that was boring somebody, and the ratings declined. They had a thing that could tell you exactly what the ratings were at that particular moment. And they would follow this. They would follow it during the course of the movie. And if somebody walked in a corridor, boom, low ratings. If somebody, suddenly would dissolve to night, boom, low ratings. And of course, the moment you brought on, General Mayberry, you're done. You're done. There was no captain or generals or sergeants or any of that stuff. You couldn't have anybody from the armed forces.
Yeah.
So
that's gotta be it.
Anyway, I think I made 13 or 14 of those things, like camel spiders and Piranaconda and Dinocroc versus Super Gator, and oh my God, I made a slew of them.
Yeah. Do you feel that since you've worked with other companies like Full Moon and Vision Films that you've been given more creative control?
I always had creative control. No one ever came in and said, "Oh, you can't do that." Roger Corman gave me, free reign, and Charlie Band and any of those people. Nobody ever stepped in and said, "You can't do that." The only things I did get occasionally were, can you use my girlfriend in the movie? And what are you going to say to that? Okay, sure, she's the lead. Okay.
What was it like hanging out with all those beautiful babes on set?
Just about the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's when I started my first movie was I wrote was called Forbidden World, and I had Dawn Dunlap from all the David Blake movies, and I had June Chadwick from V, and they were getting naked and having a great old time, and I said, "Oh, I love this." Okay, and so I continued that tradition in all 172 of my movies.
Do you prefer implants or natural breasts?
They're both good. They're both good, and especially if they're good implants. Those bad implants. Some girls had them back in the 70s or 80s or whatever, and they were not that good.
Yeah, one on the top, one on the bottom. Doesn't work.
over the course of my movies, I brought on some beautiful women over the course of the years, and I have Angie Dickinson, I had Heather Locklear, I had Tanya Roberts, I had oh my God, the list is endless.
What was your favorite actress to work with?
Rocky DeMarco.
Yeah.
She is my favorite. I've done at least 15, 20 movies with her. She always plays a badass. She shows up and does her thing, and does it so well that people buy into it.
How does it feel to finally have Dino Gator out onto the world?
That feels great. It was a movie I enjoyed making. It was sitting around for a while, and then I was finally able to get it out there, and it's being seen now, and everybody seems to like it. I've gotten 20 good reviews. Some funny ones, but some, everybody seems to like it. It's a throwback to the Sci-Fi Channel movies. I don't think they're making those kind of movies anymore. I think around 2014 or 2015, they just stopped with the sci-fi originals.
Yeah, they were making shark movies for a little while, then after Sharknado, they just fizzled out.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're showing wrestling now or whatever they show. But I haven't done a Sci-Fi Channel movie in 10 years.
If you were given an opportunity, would you make another creature feature like Cobra Gator or Piranhaconda, like another hybrid monster?
Yeah, sure. I love.
Yeah.
I was brought up on Godzilla, Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, them. I loved those movies. They were part of my childhood. So when I got a chance to make those kind of movies, I jumped at the chance. And I always try to make them, with those originals that stick in my mind all the time when I'm making them, like, Harryhausen's Beast from 20,000 Fathoms and The Thing and all those, Godzillas and everything. They're all movies of my kiddom, and they were, very influential on me as I got into filmmaking.
Yeah. Like even Godzilla himself, he's like a T-Rex Stegosaurus, so he himself is a hybrid. So
I loved Godzilla when I was a kid. It was on every month.
Yeah.
Okay. It was on every month. Channel 9 in New York City, where I grew up. They'd run that thing once a month. Maybe
what's your favorite?
once every 6 weeks.
What was your favorite Godzilla movie back then?
The first one.
Oh yeah, can't beat that.
But I liked Mothra. I liked Rodan. I liked Mysterians.
Yeah.
And, they were fun movies.
What was it like working with Roger Corman?
I met him in 1980. So we knew each other for, close to 45 years. And he was a good mentor for me. He taught me a lot about filmmaking. Much more than, I went to film school when I was in college. And they teach you nothing. They really teach you nothing about what filmmaking is all about. They teach you how to make edits. They teach you how to use a camera. But they don't teach you, and what they should teach you, is what to shoot and how to shoot it and how to deal with the emergencies of filmmaking. And they never discuss those things. And of course, Roger Corman was influential on me because he, when I first started out, I was writing scripts for him, but then I got a chance to direct with Chopping Mall. And he took me out to lunch and he said, bring a pad and a pencil. And I did. And he gave me film school in 2 hours. And he gave me so much information that has helped me on all my movies. How to do things, how to shoot a movie in a short time, how to deal with finicky actors, how to deal with bad weather, how to he had all those things, and everything was covered, and lots of good advice too that I've held over the years, how to shoot a scene, and what's important to the scene, and that stuff that they never teach you in film school.
Which one do you prefer making, or even watching? Softcore porn or creature features with beautiful babes?
Well, if you could combine them, I would love that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at a film like Dino Croc Super Gator or Piranaconda or Dino Gator, you'll see that there's lovely women in all those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe that the male audience, and it is mostly a male audience, want to see that. They want to see beautiful girls. They want to see beautiful girls in bikinis. They want to see girls in tight dresses and outfits. And I give it to them because that's the audience that likes these movies. So, and they always like it when the women are badass and do, really macho things. And so I always try to have a girl that's just as tough as the guy as one of the leads. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it, and I hope it goes well for you. And please, everybody, check out Dino Gator. It's playing now on Amazon and other streaming venues, and it's very enjoyable. And my next one up is called Catwoman of the Moon, and that is a remake of the old 1953 black and white campy motion picture from back in the day. And I'm gonna remake that with some very beautiful girls. And
you can also get Dino Gator on DVD on Amazon. So if any collectors of physical media out there, definitely pick up a DVD too.
Yeah, there's a new DVD on Dino Gator. I haven't got it yet, but I was just told this morning by the distributor that they sent me 10 copies. And so I'll have those handy to give to all my friends. And, so that's what's going on. I appreciate everything, Brian. It was nice talking to you. And good luck to your show.